This podcast is a part of the Rebel Without a Clue Media Network, featuring That Don't Work For Me Brother, Bullshitting, Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon, Black Manifold Transmissions, Horny Little Book Club, The Open Heart Podcast, Tripped Out and Crazy, Mad Dogs, and The Revolution Will Be Broadcast. You can find all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Rebel Without a Clue, Strange Minds, Loud Hearts, No Apologies.
On my block, everything is everything for Sheezy. My block for Sheezy.
Listening to another episode of Shook's Hood. Welcome back. It is a Saturday morning. Very early in the morning. I like to get up early. I like to beat the sun awake. It's one of those things, it's like a lot of people wait on the sun to get their day going, but I like to have some shit done by the time the sun already gets up. Or at least some quiet time. I've always... I take that back. Not always. When I was younger, like a lot of people, it was easy to, sleep until 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, midday, get up, get you something to eat, But since I've been probably 24 or so, I like to get up before the sun and, like I say, get stuff done or at least have a little bit of quiet time. I like to get up early in the mornings and read or, listen to new music. It's a good time to do that when the house is quiet and you can really focus on it. Sometimes I'll get up when I'm up in the morning and there's not a lot going on. I'll play some video games. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You got some time, you got the quiet, you can focus a little bit, enjoy your game. It's good stuff. So yeah, welcome back to Shook's Hood. This is a morning show for stoners. This is a wake-up show for adults. This is Mr. Rogers for the freaks. Currently getting ready for our porch session. I'm rolling a blunt. And while I'm doing that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the network. Today we are officially 3 months away from our first year anniversary as a network releasing episodes. But that was in October. We got started way before that though. We got started in May of 2025. So it's been over a year that we've been a collective and that we've been recording and producing episodes, right? We wanted to start with a good bank of episodes on most of our shows before we started releasing any of them. So coming up on over a year of recording episodes. Has Rebel Without a Clue been successful? Well, I guess that depends on your definition of success. Is it profitable? No, it's not. I'm not going to lie to you. It is not profitable. Is it fun? Yeah. Has it been successful in that I was able to take an idea and a mission around that idea and turn it into an actual entity? It's been successful in that way. Has it been successful in getting my friends together to do fun, silly shit multiple times a week? Yes, it's been successful in that way. Has it taught me new skills? Yes. Has it gotten me comfortable with fucking social media and shit again? No. But I'm on there. You can find Rebel Without a Clue on everything except Twitter. And that's not because we don't want to be on Twitter. It's just because we're not yet. If you think we should be, let a brother know. So I don't know. I just wanted to reflect on that a little bit and just let people know that if you've got something, a project you've wanted to start, a book you've wanted to write, that movie you wanted to make, that thing you wanted to change in your life. Don't wait on anybody to give you permission to change it or start it or do it. Don't wait for anyone to ask you to do it. Don't wait for anyone to tell you that your idea is good. Just do it. Seriously. Just start it. And just see what happens. You might end up starting the most fulfilling project of your life. Now, I also wanted to talk about some stuff we got coming up on the network as we're growing over the last year. So That Don't Work For Me, Brother, our wrestling podcast, is not going to be the only wrestling podcast on the network moving forward after about mid-August. We have teamed with Natural State Wrestling. They are a local promotion. It was started by Elijah Dobbs, a.k.a. Sleazy E, and we have partnered with Sleazy and his main man, referee for NSR, Wayne Maddox, for a Natural State Wrestling podcast that's going to cover all things Arkansas wrestling. Sleazy is an encyclopedia of Arkansas wrestling history. I cannot wait to start just hearing the stories that he has to tell and learning where Arkansas wrestling got started and the state of it today. That Don't Work For Me Brothers also teamed with another local promotion called TAC Wrestling. We're going to be working with them at their events. We're going to have a booth set up with merch, that kind of stuff. We'll be talking to people, getting interviews, talking to wrestlers. That's our first event with them is going to be September 12th at Vino's in Little Rock. Also, be on the lookout, save the date, as it were, January 30th, 2027. We are going to be doing a live special for the Black Manifold Transmissions. That is our heavy metal / improv comedy podcast. If you're into heavy metal, if you're into jokes, if you're into sci-fi, we like to call it a combination of Headbangers Ball and Beavis and Butthead. It's Comedy Bang Bang meets Headbangers Ball. How about that? So check that out if you're into those things. The live special that we're going to be doing is a full episode of Black Manifold Transmissions as well as a concert. It's going to feature performances from all the local bands that we've had on the show so far this year. So be sure to save the date and come out for that. That's going to be kick ass. I'd love to see so many faces there. It's going to be a really, really fun time. We've got the show framed in a way that I think is really funny, and it is going to be really cool to see if I can pull this off. It's going to be great. We've got a DJ coming in who's going to score the whole thing live and play tunes in between the bands and riff with me and Matt. We've got several bands coming in to play. And like I said, we've got a whole setup for the show. So yeah, please come out for that. Let's go ahead and take a trip out to the porch. Alright, now, we're on the porch. Uh-oh, buddy. Alright, we have run into a dilemma. We have a hole in our blunt. That's right. Even pros like me sometimes get a wild stem in there that we don't notice, and it pokes a hole in your Rillo. That's okay. This one is up towards the front where we're going to light it. We're just going to cover that hole with our fingers. As Snoop Dogg would say, we're going to play the flute a little bit today. Okay, I've got my lighter. Now what we have rolled up today is not an all-time favorite of mine, but it is a go-to if I see it on the menu and it's, maybe it's in a selection of other strains that are also on sale or that kind of thing. If it's a good price, if it's good terps, I will get this strain. This is a strain from Natural State Medicinals, I'm sorry. It is the Mac Daddy, MACDA DDY, Mac Daddy. MAC stands for, I believe, Miracle Alien Cookies is the strain that Mac stands for. So this is, like I said, this is natural state medicine. The lineage is Miracle Alien Cookies 1 and OGKB V2 version 2.1. OGKB. What is OGKB? Original OGKB. What is OGKB? Kush Banana. Original Goofy Bitch Knuckles. Open Bottle Kicker. Okay. Oh, I had that all wrong. I was doing the acronym OBK. OBGK. Okay. Or OB. I don't know, dude. But OGKB stands for OG Kush Breath. So, Mac Daddy is a combination of OG Kush Breath and Miracle Alien Cookie 1. This bag that I have says that this leans indica. I like that. This has lots of really, really green greens and purple purples. It's a very pleasing plant to look at. Man, that first hit, that's got a zing. I think that's a Kush Breath all day. Real cushy strain. Mac Daddy is a unique and rare strain. It's hard to track down its lineage due to a high level of breeder secrecy and a general lack of information. But is believed to be Mac 1 and OG Kush Breath. We know that. Regardless of its heritage, Mac Daddy is one potent bud that is perfect for any indica lover. Let's see. So leaning indica, this is going to be hopefully more body, kind of slacky, lacky, turn my body into a slinky. Let's see, Daddy is one bud that could be perfect for treating conditions such as chronic fatigue, depression, headaches, migraines, ADD, and ADHD. Man, if this thing treats depression and ADHD, I need a bucket of it. Ooh, this bud, now that I get to looking at the bud again, this has some orange in it too that's really pretty. Lots of crystallization, lots of trichomes. Trichomes and crystallization, that kind of thing that I'm talking about, is basically the keef on the outside of the plant that's still stuck to the plant that gives it that shine. This has some shine to it, sparkly. Very sticky, a little spongy. Natural state does that sometimes, like their weed can be a little bit on the spongy side. Not that that's like a bad thing. I don't know, weed has gone that way. Like it used to be like way, I don't know any other way to say it, way drier. I don't know if that's better or worse or what have you. I know the spongy stuff smells better usually. Yeah, Miracle Alien Cookie. Taking another hit, man. I'm getting mostly Kush. A lot of Kush, man. Piney, gassy, earthy. I'm assuming Miracle Alien Cookie has cookies in it. I'm not getting a lot of that flavor. Some of that more, maybe more of an orangey thing going on. And that's maybe from the Alien. I'm assuming Alien is like Alien Crack or Alien OG. Green Crack. It's got a real orangish tinge to it. I like citrusy flavors with weed. I like berry flavors with weed. Really the only thing I stay away from is like super orangey stuff. Tastes kind of like medicine sometimes to me. And banana. I don't fuck with that. And I don't love the haze flavor, but that's for another day. We're talking about Mac Daddy now. This Mac Daddy is starting to come on in the body for sure. Head staying pretty clear for now. Let's smell it. Man, it smells great. Very, very pungent. On the smell, you get a little more of that cookie. That's nice. I like that coming through on the smell. Let's take another hit and see if we can get that on the nose any. No, the nose is still that like gassy, kind of clear your sinuses, kind of not really clear your sinus. Yeah, a little bit, man. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like menthol. It's not like mint, but it'll clear you up. All right. This reminds me of like this would be a good beach weed. I think I could see myself smoking this and then just really, really settling in to the expansive blue of the ocean. The ocean. The outer space of the Earth's surface. The other final frontier. We've been talking a lot about the ocean on other shows. I think it's just like a summer thing. We like, well, I say the ocean sharks. Anyway, shark weed. What's your favorite shark? I like hammerheads. I like the ugly sharks with the big noses. Whale sharks are dope. They're real big. They're huge. I think those are the ones that just like swim around with their mouth partly open, and then they have these like bristle things in their mouth that catches like plankton and kelp and stuff as they swim. That's kind of tight. Let's see. Looks. We're going to give the Mac Daddy. It's really good looking, man. In natural state, usually brings it as far as bag appeal, as they say. Sack looks. Appearance. Good bud structure. Good colors. Looks good. Purples. Shiny. We're going to give this 8.5 out of 10. I think the only thing that could put it above is if the buds were structured a little bit differently. These are big fat indica buds, but they don't have a lot of like different toppers or anything like that. Like they don't come to different peaks. That's something I look for in bud structure. I like that a lot. That's a fun one. Let's see on smell. On the nose, we're going to give this, get more of the cookies on the nose. We're going to give it another 8.5 out of 10. I have fucked up my rating scale, guys. And then flavor, this gets like a 7.5 out of 10. You lose a lot of that. You lose a lot of those notes on the smell when you burn it. We're gonna do like a 7.5. So what is that overall, you might be asking? 8.5, 7.5. Alright, so somewhere around like an 8.1, 8.2. Whatever, an 8. We're just gonna say 8, guys. Yeah, Mac Daddy, 8 out of 10. I think this is gonna start our day pretty well, to be honest with you. I think this is gonna get us in a good headspace to start looking at some good news here in a minute. Okay, now, you know what? Let's not go back inside. I've got my coffee. It's in a cup. It's ready to go. My cup says, have a nice day. And then you turn it up and it's got a middle finger on the bottom. My baby got me that. She knows I don't like people all the time. Okay, today we have a little Bezos special. That's right. I'm an idiot and I put money in the pocket of Bezos. But that's okay. We're going to see if the Amazon Fresh Coffee Columbia Medium Roast says well balanced and smooth ground coffee. Amazon Fresh. Smell. That's like toasty, roasty beans. It's like, ooh, man. You can tell the water was really hot when it hit these beans. Okay. The smell, it's deep, it's rich. I'll give it that. Let's take a sip. It's hot. It's hot as fuck. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Isn't that, man? I wish there was like a coffee maker that just made coffee a drinkable temperature. Maybe that's just not in the cards due to the process. I don't know, man. I feel like science should have nailed that by now. All right, flavor. It is rich. It's got this depth to it and this kind of like sweet tart, like a tart thing going on. Like you think coffee, you think bitter, but this has like a, you know how bitter kind of like hangs out at the back of your tongue? This doesn't do that. Like it's gone. Like it's swept away by something. I don't know, man. I like this. God damn it. Why do I like this? This is bullshit, man. I don't want to pay Bezos money. I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to drink it. I'm not going to drink it all the time. I like it. I like it, and I'll never drink it again. So that's the kind of person I am. We're going to give it, 7.5 out of 10. All right. That is the Amazon Fresh Arabica Coffee Colombia medium roast. Well balanced and smooth. I can't really fucking argue with them on that. Super drinkable, dudes. 17 something for a bag of it. Man. I mean, I don't know how your moral compass rotates or swings or which end of the pendulum you seem to be gravitating towards. So do it, it is putting money in the pocket of Bezos. But is it drinkable coffee? You bet your bibby. All right. Now, we've had our porch session. We've had our coffee. We've got our brain juices circulating. We have hydrated the noodle, as it were. Now, let's take a look at some good news. One thing about the news segment on this show, this is good news. We want good news. We don't want the end of the world shit. We don't want the right-left shit. We don't want the divisiveness. We want good news. We want to know that some things are going to be okay, at least for a little bit, at least for today. Okay. Looking at the local news. Looks like the Faulkner County provides update on Unit 2 Detention Center plumbing HVAC repair status. Hopefully the status is that it's fucking fixed. I don't know. Status working on it. Who could give a shit? Alright. Natural Dam near Van Buren highlighted as a year-round destination in Crawford County. Let's see. I lived up that way, kind of. Being known simply as Natural Dam may come with lofty expectations, but this slice of heaven just north of Van Buren lives up to its name. It lives up to the name Natural Dam? Okay. It's a natural wonder, a 200-foot sandstone shelf that connects one bank of Mountain Fork Creek to the other, offering its waters a place to spill gently into a pool only 8 feet below. That's cool, man. Okay. Just off Highway 59 in Crawford County, Natural Dam is a destination for all seasons. In the spring, heavy rains transform the site into a rushing wall of white water. In the summer, when the flows slow down, it shows off the dam's intricate layers of ancient stone. And in the fall, the Boston Mountains that surround the dam frame it with a brilliant color. Alright, fair enough. What about winter? Tell me, what makes this dam so special in the winter? Let's see. Spring. Okay. Summer. Fall. The creek widens as it meets the sandstone ledge, narrows again just before the falls, then weaves through a canopy of hardwoods that changes with every season. Okay. So, the upside of the winter season is that it will change. That's fucking funny. I like that. Alright. Go check out the Natural Dam in Van Buren. It does look cool. Like, there's lots of layers to the sandstone, and it'd be cool to see the giant, like the wall of rushing white water like they talk about. That'd be pretty sick. Now, let's take another look here. Ooh, we are getting ready for back to school, aren't we? Back to school safety efforts focus on preparation, partnerships, and reporting concerns. Yeah, man. We're not going to get into that. That's going to get into, like, school shootings and shit. And that's not good news. That's fucked up news. That's super fucking fucked up news. That's we should be more worried about it news. Alright. Let's look at some inspiring stories. The world's first giant anteater reintroduction appears to be succeeding in Brazil. Huh, good. Giant anteaters are fine with going back in the wild. Who'd have thunk it? Montana teen uses rodeo lasso to rescue drowning man on Yellowstone River. Let's find out about this courageous teen with this lasso. 14-year-old. Damn. From Big Sky Country comes a rescue story so cliche that even Hollywood scriptwriters would pass it over. A 14-year-old obsessed with roping cattle rescued a man who'd fallen into a river. Indiana Jones style, catching him around the neck and arm with his lasso. Jory Thomas, that's a sick name, Jory, Jory. Jory Thomas was spending the 4th of July weekend at his grandparents' house along the Yellowstone River near Great Cliff in Sweetgrass County when he heard someone, this motherfucker's grandparents got money, when he heard someone screaming for help. 4 people in a raft and paddleboard had struck a bridge pier and fallen in. 3 managed to get to shore, but the 4th clung helplessly to a cooler, silently and swiftly moving downriver. This dude said, "Save the beers." Thomas didn't think twice. He later admitted he emptied his pockets, took his lariat, and waded out up to his chest. And then he lassoed this motherfucker and pulled him back to safety. I mean, good looking out, man. That kid's a hero. He saved the beers. And he saved everybody's favorite friend. That was definitely the wild card of the group. That was Randy hanging on to the fucking cooler floating down the river. Thanks, Jory. Alright. That's a little good news. That's a little taste for your morning. That's a little pick-me-up, you know. They're fixing the HVAC over at one of the prisons in Arkansas. We're going back to school, and we're going to be prepared, and we're going to try to be safe. Jory saved a guy. Jory's a hero. Whoa. There's a thing on this website that's a little banner. It's an advertisement for First Security Bank, and it's got somebody I know on it. Somebody I went to school with. Somebody that went to ASU with me. Huh. Somebody that I need to reach out to. And if there's somebody in your life you need to reach out to, do that. Huh. Very small world. Very cool. Man, good for her. In the advertisements. Very, very cool. I'm not going to put her on blast. Blast her name out there, but I doubt she listens to any of this stuff. But she's close enough to people I know that listen that she might hear it. So, good job to you, dude. That's good news. Alright, let's do a quick vibe check. Pulling up the wheel of names. I'm not even going to bring up the hat anymore. I brought it up, but you know what I'm saying. I'm saying from this point forward, we're moving on from the hat thing. Alright, we've got the wheel of names. We've got our random things in here. We're going to click the wheel. I like this. Today's vibe check. Raccoons. Raccoons. I've always liked raccoons. Of the varmint family, they're one of the cuter ones. They've got the bandit mask. That's dope. That's always cool. Raccoons have hands. Kind of. Well, I mean, they have they don't have thumbs, but they can do shit with their hands that other animals can't do. Like, you know. I think anyway. I'm pretty sure. So, hear me out. So, raccoons are cool because they're one of the wild animals that I know that if you get them young and you're nice to them, they will be a pet. Now, will that pet someday freak out and scratch you all to shit? Maybe. But will it be good for a while? Probably. That being said, I grew up around the corner from this kid whose family had a raccoon, and they loved it until it was big enough to start just fucking up their pantry and cabinets and refrigerator on a whim, at will, and just absolutely gorge itself on Oreos and cosmic brownies. They got rid, and I think it ended up scratching his mom. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it attacked his mom. They got rid of it. Then, also, I know this other very cool raccoon, though, that, for all I know, has never scratched anybody. It was out at Wildlife Farms. We were there for a wedding. The union of the Sorries. We were there for that. It was very, very lovely. I had a great time, and I miss all those people very much. But on location, on site, they had a raccoon named Cosette. I think it was Cosette that behaved, I'm not fucking with you, like a cat. Like, would get in your lap, like, would crawl up behind you on the couch. You could feed it. You could pick it up. It was fucking crazy. Cosette was cool as shit. Raccoons. I think raccoons are known for rabies, maybe. Varmints in general, you know. Oh, there's a raccoon with rabies. So rabies isn't chill, but I'm not going to put that necessarily on raccoons. Did you know that rabies, it straight up makes you afraid of water? That's wild. Raccoons, Bandit Mask, Sly Cooper, Rocket, yeah. Raccoon from Guardians. That's a sick raccoon. That is a great envoy for the raccoon party. In, I think it's Gillette, they have the raccoon supper. I have eaten raccoon before. It wasn't at the raccoon supper. It was at 3 a.m., very drunk, at a buddy's house. He had a bag. His father had a bag of what I thought was pork chops. They weren't. They were raccoon chops. Super stringy, not as greasy as you'd think, really not as gamey as you would even think. So that's kind of chill. Raccoons, vibe check. Raccoons vibes, they're pretty chill, except for sometimes they'll fuck you up. They will make a mess with your trash. They might attack you. Oh, we had a cat one time that fought a raccoon. And that raccoon fucked him up, dude. He wanted no parts of that. I remember this cat went up to this raccoon. We heard a kerfuffle. We looked around the corner. We saw said kerfuffle. And then our cat pissed itself and ran away and never went back outside. That's a true story. So, that being said, raccoons can get in that ass. Raccoons. I'm going to go 8 out of 10, man. I'm rocking with the raccoon. It's reached that point in the show again where the porch session has fully taken my brain, the juices are flowing, and it's time for Stoner Wisdom. Just some of my thoughts, breezing through some Carl Sagan. Wonder isn't the absence of knowledge. It's what remains after we've learned something new. We often search for meaning in distant places while overlooking the miracle of being able to search at all. Well, this has been another episode of Shook's Hood. If you listened, I really appreciate it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you. Be sure to check out the other podcasts on our network. Please, we are the Rebel Without a Clue podcast network. You can find all of our stuff on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. I should add that this bag of Mac Daddy from Natural State was 26% THC and 2-point-something% terps. Good bag. Be sure to come back next week. We'll be reviewing another strain, checking the vibe of another random noun or verb, and as always, getting into some good news. This has been Shook's Hood.
On my block, everything is everything for Sheezy. My block for Sheezy.